Hello guys, this is Princess A and welcome to a new video. And in this video, let's talk about why agility matters, how do you get more agility, and why you should always keep going on your bloodline level. So agility, as we know, is basically a determinant for who attacks first in duels. It has to do with nothing with CP, and that's why when we look at bloodline, if you choose to have something that the essence that has agility, then your CP will drop very much because it doesn't actually provide any resistance, so it doesn't have anything to do with actual combat power, but it is actually the most important single stat in bloodline, and the entire system of bloodline is served to increase your agility. So please everybody, when you're doing your bloodline, you need to always have one agility and one corresponding resistance, and anything else is not important. Please do not look at how your CP drops after you have agility and think that sucks, because agility is way more important than any kind of stat that the bloodline can provide. And so let's look at this. So agility is important because the sequence of your character attack is super important. And let's talk about Beast first, because it is more important for Beast. When we look at Luan here, you can see that there's a very big misconception that we have here. It says that it increases your final damage in the next round by 22.5%. However, this is actually very misleading because it's actually not the next round. So Luan, it increases, this beast moves every 2 rounds, right? So every single even round, so 2, 4, 6, 8, etc., Luan will move and it will provide you with healing and final damage down. However, the final damage down it provides is actually not next round. So it's not round 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. It's actually exactly the round where Luan moves. So every even round, your final damage down will be increased, not every odd round. And when we look at the skill set for the Vermilion Bird, we see that it has the exact same attack pattern every 2 rounds also. And so you can see here, if you have a higher agility and you're playing Luan and the enemy is playing Verm, the Verm will hit basically nothing because your final damage down effect will take place first. Then the enemy Verm will hit. But in reverse, if you're playing Verm and you're against a Luan, you also want higher agility, because higher agility will make sure that you will hit much more damage because the Luan will, the final damage down effect will take place after your Verm hits first. So to summarize, if you're playing Luan, for example, if you have higher agility, then your final damage down effect will take place before the enemy beast moves and the character moves. So it can block both the enemy beast attack and the enemy character attack. However, if you have lower agility than the enemy, then the final damage down will only provide effect to the character attack, not the beast attack. And that's why I'm stressing it in my Ascension Arena video for so many times, that agility is the key to win, because my Verm and because my Luan can block the damage of both the enemy Verm and the character attack. And that's why high agility is very important. And so reverse for Verm, if you want to really one-shot your enemy with your Verm, you want higher agility in order to attack first, so that no final damage down from Luan or whatsoever healing will take place first. So that's why it's important. And the other thing that for higher agility is basically that your character will basically move first. So under the assumption that you guys have the same amount of chi, then you can release your Tau first to gain an upper hand, to proc your Whisker and Iron Body first, to have more advantage in duels. And so there is a very slight chance that lower agility wins, and it is only under one condition, and it's pretty much in early game where you are playing your Yinglong and your enemy is also playing Yinglong. And in this case, on round 5, both Yinglong attacks, you die, the enemy dies, and if you have higher agility, you will revive without the target, and the enemy will revive after you and attack you, and you might lose. But that's the only situation where lower agility might be better. So it's only between Yinglong and Yinglong fights, and it's particularly in earlier fights. So please do not tell me that higher agility is not useful, because it's in a very rare condition where that really is not useful. And so when you get to later game, when you switch to maybe Verm or even Luan, or just playing Healing Beast in general, Healing Beast need higher agility, because you need to heal first to make sure that your health stays in a safe range. And so after this video, please everyone just keep working on your bloodline, okay? It doesn't have to, it's not a one-time short thing, you know. You have to just keep going, you know. For my packs right now, I just buy the bloodlines for my choice pack. And obviously when you're going to the credit shop, you should definitely exchange all the spirit blossoms just for this. And if even you have more money, you could also just, you know, buy some spirit blossoms. But in general, you should always keep working on your bloodline and just keep going, because high agility in mid to late game is definitely one of the most important single stat that can determine who wins